Today we're going to be talking about destroying the evidence on your computer's drive. But first, my name is Steve Smith, this is TQA Weekly, and I've been on Reddit a lot. Some of you probably don't already know this, but I spend a lot of time on Reddit, especially tech support sections and technology sections. And some of the stuff that I get for my show actually come from there. Like today's topic about how some people have files they want to make disappear permanently. I don't need to know why. There are two ways of doing this, and one way is better than the other, but this obviously depends on what kind of drive we're talking about. Because there are, consequences to each method that most of us don't think about. So, for those who don't already know this, hitting delete on your computer doesn't delete the file. It deletes the pointer to the file. The file is still there. That is problem number one. Anybody with recovery software can go and get said file back. And if this is a file that can land you in prison, well, you probably deserved it, but you should have used a file shredder. A file shredder works by basically replacing all the information with zeros and ones. And this does bring us our first unusual issue. If this was a video or a photo or something that does not change over time, then that file might actually be completely deleted. But if this is a file, let's say propaganda that you're writing, and you're editing and saving it multiple times, it's possible that portions of the file are no longer related to the original that is saved that the pointer sees, and when you use a shredder, those other portions still exist on the drive. And this is because of fragmentation and file size changes. If the file started off as 3 megs and you'd edited down to 1 meg, well, you still have 2 megs unaccounted for the file shredder. It just didn't get it. And that means that those portions are still available for recovery. And the problem gets even worse when we're talking about SSDs and flash-based memory. Because at least with a spinning drive, you can do something known as drive wiping. I mean, you can do it to an SSD, but you can wipe a hard drive as many times as you want, and as long as each of the components inside works and the lubrication for all of the little motors still is present, you can read and write as many times as you want to each of the platters. There's no degradation. But in the case of an SSD, each of the cells has insulation that actually allows for the readers to tell how much voltage is in each of them. And the more that we actually have wear on this insulation, the more inaccurate the reader for the voltage is going to be, the more it has to compensate, and the slower the drive actually gets over time. So wiping the entire SSD in this way is kind of a ludicrous idea. So you wouldn't want to wipe an SSD in this fashion. What you would actually want to do is actually go to the manufacturer's website and get their utility, which might actually include a secure erase function, and make sure that the trim functionality of your SSD was present, because you can use DBAN on your spinning hard drive, and you might want to use software like BleachBit to get rid of the files as a file shredder, but you would want to use a combination of a file shredder or a secure eraser and trim to make sure the files are actually gone from your SSD without prematurely aging the drive in the process. I hope you understand what I'm talking about there. And that is basically how one utility, like drive wiping, works better for a spinning hard drive and is a really bad idea for an SSD. And an SSD, well, you would want a specialized file deleter with trim enabled at the same time. Which leads me to my suggestion. For all of those who are just crazy enough to want to do this kind of bullshit anyway, get a hard drive, spinning hard drive, put it in your computer, use encryption utilities, and encrypt the drive. That way, if you forget to delete it, nobody can see it unless you use a really weak password. Or use the same hard drive and use DBAN on it. And just so that we all understand, There is apparently a myth that if you don't wipe the drive more than once, the government can get the files. This is not true. You only need to wipe the drive once with zeros and ones, and that is plenty enough. So if you need to have the links to everything that I talk about today, you go to tqaweekly.com/SE9EP16. Otherwise, like if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, share with those that you think benefit from this, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com. Go to my website, tqaweekly.com, where you can see the show notes to the show and other shows. You can join our RSS feeds and become a member of the show, and even get these episodes 2 days in advance of everyone else just for being a member. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.